Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing a problematic deck on the ladder. It's going to be mono blue of course, and it's going to be a standard best of one list with average converted mana cost 2.4. It's going to have 7 creatures, 29 non-creatures, and 24 lands. Now, you've seen a lot of versions probably of this. You've seen a lot of things. I'm not much of a meta player myself, but I was always intrigued, right? Mono blue is not something that you used to play at all, actually, because it never worked, but now it does with this new set. A lot with the addition of these new cards. There are a lot of things you can do with this list and a lot of routes you can take. Now I'm including the Tolarian Terror here, and usually people when they play Tolarian Terror, they play Otherworldly Gaze and they play Delver of Secrets. I hate Delver of Secrets. I think it's a dead draw in the mid to late game most of the time. Yes, you can have it flip and you can apply more pressure with it, but I really don't need it, right? I think Tolarian Terror and Haughty Djinn can get the job done easily, and they do. So with that being said, let's get right into the list, right? So mono blue, right? You've seen a lot of things, but this is my own creation. I think this is the version that is going to work the most for me, at least, because some people might run 4 Make Disappear and 4 Syncopate. I don't like that. I think that is really bad. I think Make Disappear is awful in the late game, and I think Syncopate is awful as well, because if you're the guy that's running 4 Make Disappears and 4 Syncopates, all your opponent has to do is just sit through it, right? Just make some land drops and wait. And when they have a lot of mana, now your Syncopate is dead and your Make Disappear is also very, very dead, right? And Make Disappear is bad here because you don't really want to sacrifice your Haughty Djinn, you don't really want to sacrifice your Tolarian Terror. These are your game enders, so you need them to survive, actually, and you need to protect them. So instead, I went the route where I really went light kind of on the counter spells. If you notice, I went really light on the counter spells. I just wanted to fill my graveyard quickly, and I wanted to just counter things here and there, just so we can actually win quicker. I don't want to sit through a game for 30 minutes and counter everything our opponent plays and then play a big Haughty Djinn or a Tolarian Terror and go from there. No, I want to fill my graveyard quickly, counter things here and there, play a Haughty Djinn and hold something up with it and just win that way, right? So this is what I've done here. I have 1 Dissipate for Eretai's Scorn, very hard counterspells, like hard counterspells, like stuff that they really can't deal with. They can't pay mana to get out of this. They can't do anything. They can't tap nothing to get out of this. It's just a hard counterspell. Dissipate also exiles, right? So that's pretty good. Similar to Syncopate. I like Syncopate because you can hit an underdog and exile it, right? It has a form of graveyard hate as well. Eretai's Scorn can cost 2 less mana with Haughty Djinn, or 1. It can cost 1 mana if they double spelled that turn, which is pretty good. I think the card works really well with Haughty Djinn. So 4 Eretai's Scorn, 2 Make Disappears, 2 Syncopates, and we have a bunch of bounce spells within Fading Hope and 1 Ronus' Vortex, because this cannot target your creatures to protect them. This can only target one thing, and I just wanted that extra card, right? I wanted 5 bounce spells in this list. So Fading Hope and Ronus' Vortex has been well. 4 Considers, 4 Otherworldly Gaze. A lot of people hate Otherworldly Gaze. I don't personally. I do know that it's not a card advantage card, because you're not drawing off of it, right? It just betters your draw, and that's exactly what I like. I also like the sequence with the Gaze and Tolarian Terror, right? You can fill your graveyard quickly for the Tolarian Terror and then apply a lot of pressure there. But I also like the fact that you can better your draw, right? This has been a clutch card in a lot of times, right? And Consider here is just insane, right? Consider is just 1 mana, like very, very good draw spell, right? It replaces itself, so I guess it's like a decent card, right? Impulse, 3 impulses, because it really doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't fill out our graveyard in any way. So impulse here is just to fetch us whatever we need, like a counter spell if we don't have one, or a bounce spell if we don't have one. So that's what it's there for. Also, it's 2 mana. It's a crazy card, right? Thirst for Discovery is our refuel card of choice. A lot of times you're going to be countering, bouncing, doing a lot of things, so you need to refuel, right? And since we're running a mono colored list, Thirst for Discovery is really good here, because you can always just discard an island, or if you want to invest more into filling up your graveyard, you can just discard instants and sorceries for your Terror and your Haughty Djinn. Then we get to our 3 mana counter spells. I already talked about them. I do like them more than the Make Disappear, more than Syncopate. I'm not running Negate. I'm not running Disdainful Stroke. I'm not going the heavy counter spell route. I'm going more even, right? More bouncy, more countery, and more a lot of graveyard filling and a lot of draw and a lot of like digging, right? So that's the route I chose to take, and so far it's been working great for me. 4 Haughty Djinns, you can't run less than 4 Haughty Djinns, honestly, because a lot of times this is going to get removed and you need another one and another one, or sometimes you need 2 of them to close out a game, so that's, you have to run 4. And 3 Tolarian Terrors. I'm never going to run 4 Tolarian Terrors. Maybe I can try it, but I don't want to draw 2 or open with 2 in my hand. That would be dead, right? We need to top deck these. We need to fetch them, whether it's with Impulse, draw them, whether it's with Thirst, or draw them with Otherworldly Gaze here, or prepare to draw them with Otherworldly Gaze. So 3 has been insane for me. 1 Ottawa, 23 islands, and that does it. The deck performs. I'm really surprised that a deck like Mono Blue that has no removal besides counter spells, if you count that as removal, it's performing. So there's a lot of routes you can take with this deck, obviously, and you can do whatever you like with it. I like it the way it is now. I'm not much of a heavy counter spell kind of guy. I do use counter spells, obviously, but not a lot. So that's the thing. Yeah, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys later with another one. Okay, bye. Okay, still, I'm never going to go first, it seems like. Now that I'm playing the blue deck, like the client never wants me to go first. Bro, I've been playing all day and I never went first once. Okay. Not like we have a good hand anyway. I mean, the hand is just really empty here. Look at this. That's lame. Okay. Can't even counter anything here. So, GG's. Alright, well, at least they're spooked. That's a good thing. Okay, now we're gaming. Okay. Invoke Despair. We need more counter spells. Okay, let's wait a bit. Sure. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Sure. Underdog is fine. Okay. Yeah, man. Make Disappear is just not the move, really. Like, Make Disappear is just really not the move here. Make Disappear requires creatures that you're willing to sacrifice. So we don't really want to sacrifice our terror here. So they're saving their underdog and giving us the Bankbuster? Deal. Sure. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, enough lands. We have plenty. Oh, they can pay one. GG's. Nice. Okay. They can pay one. Yikes. Sucks. We need to find like a bounce spell here. Sure. I'll still attack into them. Yeah, they can gain the life. I mean, I'm not really scared of this Shieldred at all. And invoke despair. Nope. That's game. Yep. Nice. That went well despite the fact that we're not going first. Alright. Well, at least we have lands to discard. Alright, well, we're finally going first, so if we're going against Mono Black, Syncopate is good against the underdog, right? But let's see. Okay, probably enchantment deck. Let's see. Oh, nothing so far. Sure. Okay. We're gonna have to start casting these. Or not. We're probably going to counter something here. Yeah, can't have something like that resolved, to be honest. Okay. Yep. Now they're spooked. Man, that's just too many lands. Too many. Alright. Yeah, give me that. Thank you. Okay. That's pretty bad. I mean, for them, they're not hitting any land drops. They're not doing nothing here. And everything's just getting really countered. Oh, yikes. Oh, look at this. That's lame. And we still hold up a counterspell here. That's so lame. I mean, that's why it's good now. I mean, it's such a problem. How are you going to deal with something like this? Yeah. I mean, that's so lame. Nice. Huh. Yeah, very keepable. Still going first, which is promising. But Otherworldly Gaze and Tolarian Terror in the same hand is just really good. Plus we have a counter spell, we have a bounce spell, we have impulse. Actually, this is a very good hand. Very, very good. Alright. Let's see what happens. Okay. So now we're just bluffing, basically. Underdog. Man, I should have saved that for the underdog, huh? Okay. Sure. Alright, let's impulse. Okay. Yeah, this is what we're looking for here. Can't let that happen. Oh, yikes. Okay. Hmm. Bro, we're struggling, huh? No lands. Yikes. Yeah, they resolved the other anvil. Yeah, with no lands, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. Absolutely nothing. Let's just turn up the aggression, try to attack every turn with this. Yeah, they sacrificed their artifact, which is... Did we resolve this? No, not now. You never know what's coming. So let's just try to hold up this Dissipate here. If it's an Invoke Despair, that's pretty bad for us. Okay. Alright, I'll take a land here. Please. And thank you. Okay. Another Fable. Yeah, this resolves. Sure. Okay. They double block. Okay. Helpful. Nope. We need counter spells now. Those might be Invoke Despairs in hand, so let's see what happens here. Braids. Okay. Oh. I wish I can just draw as good as my opponent. I really do. I mean, well, this is a... It sacrificed itself. Nice. Okay. Sure. Keep gaining life. Can't let that happen. We should have put a stop, huh? For this otherworldly gaze, yeah. Okay. It all comes down to this. Braids is fine. Sure. GG's. We played that really, really well, despite the fact that we had land problems. Nice. Alright. Yeah, keep this. Man, I want all of these. Okay. Yeah, I'll take another sink bait first. And then a land. And then the Hottigen. Sure. Man, Otherworldly Gaze is like a draw fixer, right? Alright. Let's resolve one as early as possible. Yeah. This might be an Emperor here. Yep, we knew it. Briefcase is fine. We need more counter spells now. I mean, sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Let's try. Let's dig. Really? Nice. That was pretty good.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Okay. Sure. Man, we need counter spells, bro. Where are my counter spells? Bro, this is crazy. That's insane.
Keep watch for intruders.
In response, they're going to kill the Hottigen? I guess not. Lame. Okay.
Run away. You'll be safer.
Sure, I'll take that. Okay, now what? Are you out of emperors? Add line. Okay. And Fading Hope is such a clutch card. We can close out the game in 2 turns if they don't have answers. So that's pretty good.
Strike fast and strike hard.
We need to attack the Emperor.
I guess that's it then.
Sure. Okay. GG's. They're not gonna bait us. Come on, we're too good to for that. All right. Terrible hand, by the way. Like awful, but you can't. I mean, you can't mulligan because you might get a worse hand. And it's awful because you have no counter spells, you have no 1 mana plays, you have no bounce spells, you have nothing, right? You don't have anything in this hand. It's just a Haughty Djinn that you can't even cast because it's prone to removal, and that's about it. But let's see. Okay. Alright, yeah, give me some counter spells here. 2 of them. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Against mono black. Late to the party, but okay. We're gonna wait. They're going to have to cast something. I mean, how does mono black think they can win without casting anything? Yikes, really? Sure. I should have considered, right, to try to find the syncopate. Or hope. Okay. Well, this is our current situation. 4 mana Tolarian Terror is not really something that we want to see. But I do like the sequence of having 5 mana and then you're able to cast Haughty Djinn and hold up a 2 mana Scorn, right? That's pretty good. Now they can't even blitz the underdog, so that puts them in a terrible position, and it doesn't seem like they have removal, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. That's very good for us, actually. Oh, they did have removal. Okay, let's try to protect it. Hold up this other Scorn here. I'm waiting for your Invoke Despair. That's what I'm waiting for. I'd be extremely happy to counter that. Alright, we go all in here. Because they might have Invoke Despair, they might have a lot of things, so let's just empty out our hand. And seal the deal here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can kill these Haughty Djinns with the Meat Hook Massacre, but they can't really kill the Terrors. So that's game, no matter what they have. Yep. There's nothing that they can do. GG's. Alright, so we're going second with no 2-mana counterspell. Okay. They led with green, okay. Alright. This is going to get really, really scary. We have no 2-mana counterspell, so that's awful. Okay. Okay. Well, we drew a bounce spell. That's pretty good. Now we can at least compete in a way. Outland Liberator. Yeah, we're gonna have to counter these. Can't have them cast creatures here. They're trying to dodge counter spells, but that's not how you dodge them. You can't really dodge them with 1 mana open anymore. Okay. Stomper. We have to counter the Stomper. We just have to. We need to find a counterspell too. That's a lot of work, huh? That's a lot of work. Okay. Two beast callers. Gross. Okay. The problem is... really? You don't want to trade? Alright, hopefully we can make something happen with these impulses. Okay. It's risky. We have to counter the oddity here. Bait them into attacking, sure. We're gonna put a stop here so we can look for some... I put a stop, bro. How are you going to do this to me? Hello? How's this even a thing? I put a stop. Silly, silly game. These are like the most annoying things to play against. We can't attack anymore, so that's lame. Okay. Alright, so... Okay, I take the block now. Sure. Alright. Fine. Fight rigging. Alright. This has to be good for us. Let's see what happens. Very difficult game, but I love it, right? We're trying and we're trying and we're trying, right? We're trying to dig for so many things. We've done so much already. Yeah. I mean, we're doing our thing. Games like these are like I just absolutely love because they're just so hard, right? Like the sequencing of everything, what you need to do to survive, all of that. Alright, this cannot resolve, obviously. Plus they're tapped. That's game. GG's. Nice. That was really good.